The art of Chinese lacquering consists of coating everyday objects or artistic masterpieces with lacquered coatings. During the Neolithic period, 7,000 years ago, China was already producing lacquered pieces. In 1978, in Zhejiang's province's Hemudu Crossing, vermilion lacquered bowls were unearthed, becoming the earliest examples of lacquered objects in China's long history. The Pingyao lacquering emerged in Shanxi province during the Tang dynasty, and by the time of the Ming and Qing dynasties, they had reached the height of their splendor. With a history that extends 1,200 years back, it is their magnificent colors and unique gloss which have become their trademark, gaining them the moniker of Tui Guang, or repleasant lacquered wares. The Tui Guang lacquered wares come in various forms. Their base colors usually include black, red, and yellow, on which golden patterns are painted in magnificently rich display of color. The Yonglong Museum of Lacquered Wares in the ancient city of Pingyao exhibited some of the most representative examples of this ancient local craft. This drum with a tiger and phoenix frame was used as a percussion instrument during musical performances. Its design consists of two tigers facing opposite directions and acting as the base, while on their backs stand long-necked phoenixes. Both the tigers and the phoenixes have a black lacquered coat. This six-paneled screen with paintings of children over a black lacquer coating depicts a multitude of children in various expressions, some enjoying the lion dance, others playing the drums, while the others light firecrackers and do the Yankou dance. It brings to life the bustle and excitement of childhood several hundred years ago. In the production of lacquered wares, around 30 steps are required from the selection of the materials to the finished product. First of all, the wooden object of one's choice needs to be prepared with plaster. In order to avoid cracks in the wood, the artisans first have to wrap up the wooden cast in flax and then apply a layer of thick plaster. This process alone needs to be repeated 5 or 6 times, each time making sure that the previous layer has dried completely before the next one is applied. This is repeated until the surface is even and smooth. Then comes the actual lacquering of the piece. The lacquering of the piece must utilize a special lacquer which is then applied onto the piece. The plastered wood cast must be thoroughly cleansed after each layer of lacquer, usually requiring 5 and 8 coats before it's ready. The basic lacquering is ready for the drawing of ornamental patterns onto its surface. When it comes to painting the golden decorative patterns, the tip of a very soft brush must be used, which is first dipped into gold paint and then applied over the lacquered surface. Every painter must, while holding the brush in his right hand, take a narrow wooden plank in his left to prop up his right wrist, thus guaranteeing that the continuity of his brush strokes, making the final pattern neat, bright, and clear. The most important step in the production of lacquered wares is the lustering of the piece. The luster involves the application of sesame oil onto the surface of the piece after sprinkling of brick plaster. This is then polished until the much-sought glass emerges. This requires a fine and smooth hand, like those of young maidens, in order for the proper gloss to emerge. After the artisan has worked repeatedly on the lacquered piece, its surface should shine brightly, to the point when he should be able to contemplate his own reflection on it. In 2006, the art of Tui Guang lacquering of Pingyao became listed as a first-category national intangible cultural inheritance. The Pingyao lacquered wares have a strong local flavor which has been passed from generation to generation until today, carried forward and developed by Chinese artisans while winning the admiration of the entire world.